Wow, it's another beautiful Thursday morning, and we will allow, yes, we will today, this morning, very beautiful morning, we will be discussing something very, very important, and I want everybody to pay attention to what we're discussing because it concerns workers and their welfare and the status of employment and the punishment meted to them arbitrarily and all that. So we will be taking a look at that this morning, this very beautiful morning. It is the Federal Civil Service and matters arising. So today we are going to delve into this matter, very serious matters arising from various offices of Federal Civil Service. Today it's not state, we're not bothering on state for today, but the Federal Civil Service and workers, welfare and everything they have to deal with in the office space with bosses, immediate superiors, laws, and the terms of service. So this is what we'll be dealing with today because there are a lot of issues to deal with. So everybody, please tune in, call your friends, call your enemies if you have any, because it's time for the main event on radio. Welcome aboard, people. My name is Barry Cosmos, the radio marshal, the one on radio. This is Straight Talk.
Are you looking for? We have all the shows and programs to keep you entertained and informed as you navigate your day. Keep your radio dial locked on Echo FM 100.7. Don't touch your radio dial.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go.
Echo FM.
Don't touch that dial.
We are the fresh news people. Echo FM 100.7.
All right, people, welcome aboard. We needed to settle down our guest. And of course, this very beautiful morning, we have the cast and crew of the Nigerian Labour Congress in our studio who will be helping us to deal with this matter as it concerns workers' welfare and workers' terms of service and everything they are doing. Apologies for that long interlude there. So this very beautiful morning, we have the pleasure of hosting the NLC and, of course, executive here in the state. First off, we have the big boss himself, Comrade Uche Chigemezu. He's the, I think, the chairperson, Nigerian Labour Congress, Imo State, and what's this, Nwigwe JP, okay. Comrade Uche Chigemezu, Nwigwe JP. Are you a knight? Huh? Are you a knight, comrade?
I'm a child of God. I went to Israel and come back.
All right. Comrade is the chairperson, Nigerian Labour Congress, Imo State. Good morning and welcome to Straight Talk on Echo FM.
Good morning, Barry, and good morning, listeners.
Via the phone line this morning because today we have both state and national executive of the Nigerian Labour Congress to discuss this very important matter. Also, Chief Fidel Onyeneke will be joining us. He is the Executive Secretary of Owerri West and the former NUJ President, Imo State. Okay, so while we have a cast and crew balance today we are not going to be talking much on the papers this morning because this is Matters Arising. We have a lot to discuss today, so please apologies. But the breaking news since yesterday is Fubara, who have decided to ditch everybody and join forces with Wike once again, to the shock of Nigerians. Fubara has endorsed and is now supporting Wike's choice for the governorship of Rivers State, Honorable Chinda. Fubara, don't join now, even against his brother who is contesting in the NDC. What a bombshell. Comrade, okay, let me start with you. How you see this news? How the news be you?
Well, I'm just hearing it.
This can laugh when I laugh. Okay, now the break
I'm
for
just
you.
hearing it from you, Barry.
It's a breaking news, right?
But let me tell you the truth. We are civil servants. We don't want to get complicit.
Oh my God!
In politics.
No. You people are not the cause wahala for politics. You say you know they involved in politics. Look at when I hear the one time I say no get party today. Now straight talk, they know they lie here.
Yeah, I'm not lying. We are interested in politics.
You are interested
because the result affects us.
Okay.
But at the same time, we don't play partisan politics.
No, okay. Why?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. We're only interested in the welfare of our workers.
We are starting on a hot note. You got interested today. All right, Comrade Uche, how did you receive the news of Fubara?
Barry, the truth is, like the Dogging president said, we are not politicians, we are public servants. In as much as Fubara was once a public servant in Rivers State,
okay,
I decided to join the other side. I think the fact is that Wike is his boss as far as Rivers State is concerned.
Okay.
Whatever status is occupying today, it is Wike that made him. So my only worry is that he started the fight.
Okay.
And he couldn't conclude.
So he who fights and runs away lives to fight again.
So probably he knows why he quickly did the coalition, joined the coalition group. So he's the only one that will tell us.
All right. So I don't want to go into that craziness of Rivers State politics today. Okay. So today let's get into the real main event of why we are here. Now, the background story is that workers in Imo State and nationally have been complaining a lot of abnormalities going on. So today we want to ask a very pertinent question. How is it proper for any head of department in the public sector, any MDA agency director, any rector, vice chancellor, or even what are the political directors and universities are vice chancellors, can they sack any worker arbitrarily for probably personal grudges here and there, or even official misconduct? What is the process? Two, we want to find out if any of these we've mentioned, all the leaders of various departments of public service, if they have the right to withhold the salary of any worker. We are hearing reports here in Imo State and abroad that some workers' salary will be withheld for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, even up to 8 months, 6 months, different ones. 3, we also have it on good authority after serious investigation that sometimes when wages are increased, they keep paying them the old wage while the federal government releases the new wage. We also hear that some of them that are retired while in service, when the increment was done, they never get that particular increment. We are also hearing that when they retire, no normalization. You understand? If there is any increment. So there are a lot to discuss on this matter today. The retirees are calling. I've had too many calls from pensioners. So today we want to really deal with this matter. Pensions and gratuities and increments of salaries not being paid, withheld by the various heads of various institutions. And a particular case which is burning me in the chest because I've received so many complaints and calls is the issue of Alvan that is ongoing now. So I don't know, most of these things are happening and we are also trying to look into the matter to bring the right thing to the people. So everybody, if you have a friend, a relation, if you are retired and your money have been seized, any increment you are not entitled to, you are free to call in or send us a message both here on WhatsApp and on social media, and we will deal with it. So let's start with the conversation properly. We start with Comrade Uche Chigemezu. You are the chairperson of the Nigerian Labour Congress. What is your take on these matters we've just raised this morning?
Well, thank you, Barry. And the fact remains that the public service, as far as an employee of government, there's procedures to whatever discipline and action you want to mete out to any worker. As you rightly asked, can a director have the unilateral power to suspend or sack any worker? And my answer is very simple, no.
Okay.
Because before you will deal with any worker to the point of asking the worker to leave the service, there's procedures to that effect.
Okay.
If you find any worker that you have aided by any way,
Okay.
first you must query the worker, first and foremost. And then he will respond because you must give him the first hearing opportunity to explain. Probably there's a reason to that effect. And after his explanation, he will also find whether his response is appropriate.
Okay.
If it's not, that's what we call, you set up a committee, what you call him is PMB.
Okay.
The PMP will be one to criticize because they need to bring in people who are now not in your department, not even within your level, to decide and check if the query you gave is appropriate, the respond to it, and at the end of the day, make recommendations. So for any director or whoever is occupying any position to work out the money and say that they want to sack any work, it's an aberration, and it can be condoned anywhere, anytime. So the service is very well structured that at any point in time you want to take any action on any worker, you must take those steps one after the other.
Okay.
So that's the fact about it.
All right. Great. That's what the civil service postulate. All right. Joining us this very beautiful morning is the one and only scintillating my leader. I call him Chief Fidel Onyeneke has joined the party this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. It's a pleasure being with you. Barry, this is pure fact. I don't know how to describe it. I never knew I was coming to meet the galaxy of leaders, labor leaders.
No, you were once a labor leader, so you cannot run away from
We are hoping to have you.
I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased to see the LSC chairman himself.
Okay.
Barry, you've tried. It's not easy to pull this people together.
Yes.
No get chairman. Okay. Incidentally, well, I wouldn't want to mention who he is. Where he is my boss in the local government system. And so on and so forth. You are welcome.
Thank you very much, Chief Fidel.
Thank you, Dr. Fidel. That's our man. That's our guy.
Yes. Chief Dr. Fidel is the secretary to the Owerri West local government and, of course, the former NUJ president. I call him my leader, my boss, anytime, any day. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so let's continue with the conversation, Chief. Okay, we have a situation. He has said you cannot sack or giving us the procedure before any such things can be meted. In a situation where a leader in a local government, in the school system, maybe a vice chancellor, a rector, a director of NDA, decides to withhold the salary of a staff who has not been fired or resigned, what should be done in that regard?
Earlier you said you have it on good authority after your investigation. I would have asked, are you sure of what you are saying? But however,
Barry Cosmos doesn't say what he's not sure.
However,
yes.
the way the civil service is structured is so perfect, just that it's a human attribute that is trying to distort it. We have the CSR, the civil service rule.
Okay.
It's an instrument for to handle misconduct. We have the financial instructions in the case of civil service and the financial memoranda in that of the local government.
Okay.
It has to do with fraud. So it's so structured that you should not make any mistake. Okay. So talking about somebody waking up to met to a punishment without consulting those documents is a no-no for labor. And sorry, I want to tell you that I do not know much about what you're talking about in Alvan. You know, Alvan is
No, it's not just about Alvan. We've had it from Futo, we've had it in IMSU, that one, everyday story.
Yeah, but assuming you narrow it down
uh,
to a particular situation, I will be able to give you what to expect.
All right,
what will happen. Because but Labour cannot fold her hands and watch any civil servant be messed up. No, we cannot do that.
Okay, so, well, now you know you have to do your investigation, because I'm tired of receiving calls from pensioners. Their harmonization has not been done, and this, even if you are a retired civil service, you're still part of the civil service, I guess so.
Yes.
So if their harmonization is not being done by the government, state or federal, it becomes an issue. Sometimes the federal government will do harmonization, the state government will not follow suit. And there are issues, they keep coming. And today, that's why we have the team here, both past and present, all involved.
Yes, the Nigerian Union of Pensioners is only a member of the NELS.
Nigerian Union of Pensioners is a member of the union.
Yes,
so we have pensioners whose salaries, I mean, they now categorize them. The issue of ghost workers has become another crazy thing. Now, you are actively in service, all right? Comrade Kanayo, let's hear this one for you. You are actively in service. You are receiving your salary. Just for no reason, you are branded a ghost worker and your salary stops 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and this salary is stopped. Not because it was not released by the fiscal allocation and all that from federal government or whatever state government. It stopped. Where does that money go to? Who is supposed to give account of such monies if they stop paying a worker who is active in service and his salary or her salary is withheld for no reason after like 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, even a year, they now start receiving salary again. So what happens to that backlog and the rest of them?
Well, these are part of the issues in Labour we are trying to correct, which are part of the anomalies some of these politicians bring into civil service jobs. Just like the NLC President, Noge President has said, civil service is structured in a way that everything there is perfect, but it's just human errors and human angles that brings all these distortions.
Okay.
So Labour on its own tried so much to correct these anomalies, in as much as it's not, it's a gradual process where such civil servant brings such issues. And we have a peculiar situation in the country now where the politicians come and do anything they want to bastardize the civil service structure. Labour on our side, we are trying to see how we can go about it, because we are living in a country that seems to have no accountability anymore.
So you keep saying you're trying to do that while the civil service are suffering. So how long are you going to keep trying? Because I've been hearing this, we are trying to do this, we are trying to do this. How long will that last or take? Because the politicians will never go. They are there.
Well, let me give you an instance with that of the local government.
Okay.
When this particular government was inaugurated,
okay,
it started with verification of civil servants, which is appropriate for any new government. So Labour couldn't stop them. But at the end of the verification, there were people, local government workers in particular, who I represent, who are victims of that verification. Actually, the government discovered that there were so many workers who were retired, dead, and were still in payroll. Yes, they were fished out. But along the line, genuine workers were victims. So when they complained, we realized that actually there are workers who are genuinely employed, whose names were removed from payroll while they were trying to remove those ones who are
how does that happen anyway?
Ghosts. First of all, we descended on the committee that did the verification. Because when you tell a governor that these people are ghost workers, and you are a committee from the civil service, you rarely see a governor who will say, no, they are not, I will pay them.
Let me get something.
This is what they want
in
to
the civil
hear.
service,
yes,
members that does the verification and tells the government. So now the civil service, they give themselves wahala.
The government constituted a committee made up of appointees and then civil servants. And they made this grievous mistake. So by the time we came on board, we got this complaint. We first of all re-verified by ourselves so that we will know what we are presenting to the government.
Okay.
So we went to the government and we complained. You know, fighting for workers is a very sensitive matter.
Okay.
You must be sure of what you are fighting. Otherwise, you will be betrayed by your own, by the people you are trying to fight for.
Just like Fubara, right?
Yes, yes. So we got accurately that few of them had genuine concerns. In fact, we went to the governor directly. It was difficult for him to believe, but you know, like Anayo said, in this present dispensation, the system of labor in the past is not the same.
Okay.
That if you repeat what the previous people did, you might fail.
Okay.
So we with wisdom, we developed a better strategy to interface with the government,
Okay.
to promise them partnership and to show that we're actually partnering with them in the right direction so that they will listen to us.
Okay.
Now, last year, we were able to prove to the governor that these are workers and they have not been receiving salaries over the years.
So were their salaries
on
backlog
March
paid?
6th, to be precise, he approved the payment of those workers.
That's Imo State government, right?
Yes, about 377 staff of the
A bell of blessing for Governor.
But as I talk to you, they have not been paid.
They have not been paid.
They are yet to be paid because the
I got the
data,
ring bell.
the data center. Yes, you have to ring bell because the governor appreciated the fact that this is the problem.
So where is the problem coming from with them not being
The
paid?
problem
right?
is now coming from those who are supposed to pay, and we have not left them to sleep.
The same public servants.
I was
They're
going,
still public service.
Yes.
That brings me back to the question.
Yes.
The MDAs and the leaders of these various institutions, why do they do that?
well, you are,
Okay, hold on. Let me come to the man who is heading political offices now. Chief Dr. Fidel
Dr.
Onyeneke.
Fidel.
You are in government now, so you are no longer one of us. You are one of them.
He's still part of us.
No, wait. He's one of them now. He's having political appointments, so there's no way he's going to be speaking
Once a
like
labor
us.
once a labor is always
Always
a
a
labor.
labor.
Okay,
But-
okay.
but the
I
truth-
believe he's not one of those. So,
But the truth is that both the Noge president and the
the assistant secretary.
assistant secretary, they made very vital points, and that is the fact that things are no longer as it was
Okay.
in the past. You know, before, salaries were vouchers, everything, they were all prepared in the various departments. At the local government level, treasurer, he's a treasurer of a local government.
Yeah.
At that level, those of them in the finances, they prepare vouchers, do whatever is required, know those who are entitled for the salaries for the month, allowances, and so on and so forth. But I have nothing against change, but whatever change must be in positive direction. We have found, I pity the labor leaders this time because we have found ourselves now in a situation where almost all the governments of the federation now have a central way of preparing salaries, of payment. Yeah, and under such a central way, if not effectively monitored, there is this tendency that there will be some shoddy deals. Some people might be shortchanged, some may not even be paid. And it has even been compounded by the advent of TSA, the single treasury account system, and so on and so forth. At the federal level, which has
But
been...
those were done to combat these issues we are dealing with now.
yeah.
Why is it creating more problems?
No, yes, that's exactly the thing. Because it's human factor. They are still manipulated, apart from the computers and so on. Era of, what do you call it now, automation. Human beings still manipulate all those things. And
Right.
whether we like it or not, it's important for me to stress that we are in a country where corruption is endemic. Yeah, whether we agree or not. And you cannot remove the factors that there are people who might want to exploit such situations. All I'm saying is that whether salaries are paid by committees, verifications are done by different committees and so on, it is now the duty of the labor leaders, current labor leaders, to monitor, make sure that the right things are done, make sure that no workers are short-changed. Before I stop, at the pension level, I want to talk about the pension. In most of the states, they are not enjoying the issue of having pension fund administrators and so on and so forth, which is obtainable at the national level. Anybody in Harvard or Federal Poly or university, as you're talking about, who tells you that he is having problems of pension and so on, something must be wrong. That person may not be telling you the fact. Because I worked in a federal establishment, and I know very well that I don't need to go to Abuja or anywhere. Every month, my insurance is brings in the pension.
Yeah. Now, this is exactly what I was trying to find out, and I did find out that we have a central payment system. Money comes directly from Abuja and all that. So, but let's take a look at the issue, particularly most of the course, let me narrow it down to Alvan Ikoku University now, I think University teaching
University of Education.
University of Education now. There are people who just retired. I got calls from there. There are people who just retired last year and this year. And there was this increment done by the federal government, as at that time, 25%, 35%, that was supposed to be paid to them in 2023.
Wage award.
The wage award,
Wage
thank you.
award.
That's what I was looking for. That wage award, 25 to 35% wage award, which to me, we call it salary increment. You understand? So at the end of the day, some of these, I wouldn't say all, but then let me be specific to the ones that I've had. You understand? For lack of victimization, and I don't want to mention anybody's name that give us that information. They are not paid. And these monies have been released. You understand? The ones that retired last year, this money was paid when they were still in service. So what should be done in that regard now? Let's talk to the NSA president.
But, Barry, the truth is this, like the salary wage award we are talking about was as a result of negotiation between the organized level with the federal government to cushion the effect on the 70,000 minimum wage implementation.
Okay.
And majorly to federal workers. Yes, we are very much aware that the federal government started at a point, stopped, then the labor started an action with them, which they now complied and start payment again.
Okay.
If there's by any chance any government agency, let's take for instance Avan you mentioned, received the money and have not paid to the workers, well, it's a pity. But my worry is this, because I know in these institutions, they have labor union that operated in those areas. Because for a worker in Avan, either you're a member of NASU, you're a member of SANIP, you're a member of ASU, or SANU. They are all workers in Avan, but affiliate to all members of all industrial unions. What I believe they should do quickly, because I think I just got the information this morning, most of them are also members of the State Executive Council of NLC in Imo State.
Okay.
The proper thing to have done is to start the internal procedure to make sure that the management release the money to the workers. Because if this money is paid to the workers, it's not only to the labor leaders or the labor unions in that place that they will benefit out of it. The entire workforce, including those of them who are also the management, will benefit.
Including the management staff, yeah.
So for 1 or 2 people, most times I say that
Okay.
for the vice chancellor in Avan, he was a worker before she was appointed a vice chancellor, and probably got this money and decided to keep it. He didn't keep it because he wanted to keep it, because I know that the management decision might be, let's keep it for and see how labor will react. For some of them who are working there as labor leaders to have kept quiet up to this moment.
And to be frank, they didn't keep quiet. I've reached out to SANU, SANU in Alvan. We spoke, and of course, because we couldn't meet one-on-one, I could not get all the information I needed. But from what I've gotten, they've asked some of them to write.
No, Barry, the procedure is this.
That doesn't mean that if they asked to write why you were not paid and tell them that you have not been paid and all that, is that part of the process?
Well, Barry, the procedure is this.
Okay.
If, as a labor person, as a union person in Avan, and you got such an information, and you are too sure, like the inaugural president was asking, or was telling you, that before we act on any information, we are very too sure that what you are giving us is a true information.
Okay.
So we don't go there and then at the end of it becomes a false information. It's very hard for labor to say sorry. So if you say sorry to you, it means we have been defeated. So before we act on any action, we are too sure that the facts and figures are with us.
Okay.
So when we're telling you that this is what it is, like you are asking that you have made verifications, we'll stand by it and tell you it is true. I think I'm happy our senior comrade is here, Doc. He knows how we do it. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that for the leadership in Alvan to have gotten this information as a true and clear information as per the release of the wage award, and they have written to the management, and the management are still keeping quiet, what they should do is to communicate to the state level leadership.
No, the situation is some are paid, some are not paid. It's not as if the money is
no, that's the issue is
some
this.
Some are paid
Barry,
and some have not been paid.
Barry,
so,
the issue is this. In the labor movement, in all the entire workforce in Imo State, let's assume we have 1,000 of them, and 999 have been paid is only one person. We assume that you have not completed payment. So for one person, we will react.
Okay.
So for them to have paid few and they couldn't pay few. We will not find out why the few have not been paid. The reason for that.
Okay. Well, now we've brought it to your notice. That's one of the things I wanted to achieve this morning so that workers would not go home hungry. Workers will not go home hungry.
No, but again,
in Futo,
Barry, hold on.
Okay.
Again, this labor issue, labor work, is a very delicate one.
Yes.
At times, a worker might even those workers, you must find out why they have not been paid. If out of maybe a good number, and it's only few of you that have not been paid, something must be wrong. Will they always tell you the truth? So labor, they must be fair enough to tell the labor leaders.
That's what we started. If I'm a worker, for instance, we started with this. Let's look at the vice chancellor of a university now.
Yeah.
Does she have the right to withhold my salary?
No.
Now, if that happens, what should be done?
First of all, first step, report to your labor.
That's how to do it.
To your union.
No,
because
that's why the vice chancellors and rectors and directors that withhold these salaries.
Yes.
If they do that, is there any punitive measures?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Of course. Both by law and everything. It's against the law.
Now, after establishing that fact, if there are misdemeanors, maybe worker disciplinary actions or disciplinary record, attendance record, not being to work and all that, what should be done to such a person?
That's if she has her reasons.
Yeah.
Or he or she has enough reason to not to pay such a staff.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Once the staff reports to labor and labor finds out that the vice chancellor or the boss has enough reason not to pay that person, so it be.
But then
So no.
But
now,
then it's not
in that situation, who is paying who? Is it the vice chancellor or the federal government?
It's federal government.
Federal government. So why is the vice chancellor or the MDA chairman in position to say pay?
They are the representative of the federal government.
Okay, fine.
But
That's what I wanted to hear.
let me tell you again. If
That's what I wanted to hear.
The person in question is a federal worker. I think they are paid through
IPPI.
I have said it here. That's why I'm surprised.
I'm surprised.
Have the access to
stop his salary.
Stop his salary.
That's why I'm surprised that even
that is what
Unless if the person is a casual worker that
is what I was
federal
asking.
government.
I've tried to find out if you are a casual worker.
Yes.
If you are, it's not one person. If it was a one-person thing, I think maybe something had to do with
was the person rightly employed?
No, that's not
a staff.
Now, about 3 of them, I asked for their employment details.
right.
2 of them actually showed me.
Okay.
They are full, at least from what I've seen, they are like bona fide workers. Documents could be forged. So I am not saying whether they did that or they didn't do it. This is not it's not peculiar to, forget the fact that we mentioned advance. It's not a peculiar issue. Even in Futo, what is it called?
Vice Chancellor?
Not the vice, that's during Professor Ochi's tenure, not the current one. The money that was released for student loan was withheld.
By who?
By, of course, the management of
Which
Futo.
students' loan? The federal own?
The federal loan.
It can never come through the vice chancellor.
Hold on.
All these things are gotten.
Hold on. Now, I got these calls. I decided to investigate. I said, okay, I didn't make this matter public. I had to call. And I called the students. If you're involved, this is what you do. This is what you do. So at the end of the day, it became that they were thrown out of the examination hall for not paying fees while they were members of people who were supposed to benefit from that fee payment. So that was the issue. So I didn't raise that up. But anyway, it's time for us to go on a commercial break. When we come back, the discussion is getting hot. We're just warming up. Benson Lupa will join us. Let's go on a commercial break. We'll be right back. Everybody stay with us.
So what else are you looking for? We have all the shows and program. 7. Don't touch your radio dial.
Yo, what's up?
Echo FM.
Don't touch that dial.
We are the Fresh News People. Echo FM 100.7.
Welcome to the news update on Echo FM 100.7. We are the Fresh News People. Here are the latest stories we are keeping tabs on. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control has commenced a nationwide enforcement operation to remove alcoholic beverages packaged in sachets and polythene terephthalate and bottles below 200 milliliters from circulation. The agency warned manufacturers, importers, distributors, wholesalers, retailers, transporters, and other stakeholders to immediately surrender any remaining stock of the banned products. Presidential spokesman Daniel Bola has said his past remarks against President Bola Tinubu should no longer dominate public discourse, describing them as baseless in the context of current realities while insisting they were never forced. He argued that the conversation should have centered on governance, including the economy, education, security, and latter purportedly sent by United States President Donald Trump commending Tinubu's security efforts. The Bayelsa state government has denied reports claiming it plans to relocate the College of Health Sciences of the Niger Delta University, Wilberforce Island, Amosoma, describing the speculation as false. It urged residents to ignore the rumor and warned individuals spreading what it described as false information to desist. Kano State Governor Abba Yusuf had declared that the state is ready for the establishment of state police, saying it has the institutional capacity, manpower, and political will to successfully operate the security outfit once the required constitutional framework is in place. The governor reaffirmed his administration's commitment to supporting all lawful initiatives aimed at strengthening Nigerian security architecture and creating a safer environment for residents. And in the world of business, the Senate has accused the Nigerian National Petroleum Company, NNPC Limited, and 46 other federal agencies of allegedly failing to remit revenues due to the Federation account in line with the existing financial laws. Following the allegation, the upper chamber directed the 47 ministries, departments, and agencies, MDAs, to appear before its Committee on Finance to explain the alleged revenue shortfalls and other financial irregularities. And in sports, Argentina's top football official firmly denied report that their federation's president and treasurer were detained and questioned upon leaving the United States after the World Cup final. The Argentine Football Association did, however, acknowledge a U.S. investigation into a third party with links to the association. And on the foreign scene, the United Kingdom has withdrawn remaining diplomatic staff from Iran as the conflict with the U.S. continued to escalate with a 12th night of airstrikes. The Foreign Office of the United Kingdom advised against all travel to Iran, saying British and dual British Iranian residents face significant risk of arrest, questioning or detention. And that is all for the news update at 10, brought to you by our news desk here at Echo FM. For more information and inquiries, visit our social media platforms. On Facebook is Echo FM. On X at Echo FM_Owerri. On Instagram and YouTube is Echo FM 100.7. You can listen to us anywhere in the world by clicking on www.echofm.net. And that is the news update at 10. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned for the rest of Straight Talk.
So what else are you looking for? We have all the shows and programs to keep you entertained and informed as you navigate your day. Keep your radio dial locked on Echo FM 100.7. Don't touch your radio dial.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go. Echo FM.
Don't touch that dial.
We are the fresh news people. Echo FM 100.7.
The big boss himself from Abuja, NLC. We have Comrade Benson Opa all the way from Abuja joining us now. Good morning and welcome, Comrade.
Yeah, good to hear from you.
Yeah. You are live on Echo FM this very beautiful morning. Welcome back to Straight Talk live on Echo FM, everybody. We have the team of the NLC president here in Imo State, the Nolge president, Imo State, and of course, now we are being joined by the National AG Secretary General of the NLC. All right, good morning. Welcome once again, Comrade.
Good to hear from you. Thank you very much.
Okay, how's Abuja this morning?
Abuja is warm and calm.
Warm, and we are cool here.
Yeah, you're lucky or cold.
Okay. Okay,
Yes.
sorry. Now we are having some discussion concerning workers' employment and benefits status if they are working as federal civil service or even state civil service. Some of them are complaining that their salaries have been withheld for a couple of months. Some of them say the wage award given 25%, 35% has not been paid to them, and others we are paid, exempting them from the payment. Some are also saying that they retired, but the wage award was given to them when they were still in service. Why are they not being paid? And of course, we have also issues of students complaining their loan scheme from the federal government not given to them. So this matters. I don't know if you are aware of it as a national body, but we're bringing it to your notice this morning. So what's your take on that?
Thank you very much for these questions. It's a battle of questions. For us here, any issue brought to us is promptly dealt with. The issue of wage award, we comprehensively dealt with that.
Okay.
When government stopped paying, we said, no, you have to finish paying. But take note, the wage award matter was not supposed to be for life.
Okay.
The wage award was an interventionist thing.
Okay.
And that was what it was intended to be.
Okay.
On the issue of people who have retired and are not receiving wage award, except the government refused or was unable to pay them before they retired.
Yes.
In that case, it is something held in arrears. It is a case of arrears, and it has to be paid.
Okay.
As soon as our attention is formally drawn to situations like this, we're going to deal with them.
Okay.
On pension.
Okay.
Pension has been a recurring decimal in the affairs of our economy, and it is very, very sad that pensioners have to be at the receiving end. It's shameful that people who gave their youth and everything to the service of the nation have to be treated so shabbily at the end of the day. However, take note that each time we take the matter of wages up with government, we take that of pension.
Okay.
Only about a week or so ago, you at least you listened to the president of the Congress, Congress George, will say it's not going to be a question of minimum wage only. There has to be a minimum pension.
Okay.
Because quite a number of pension payments are in breach of the extant law, which states that there should be harmonization of pensions, that pensions should move when there is an increment of salaries. Pension should move after a certain number of years, 3 years, or whichever comes first. This has not been followed religiously.
Okay.
And it is not good enough. And this stands condemned. It is particularly painful when governors who serve 4 years take their pensions in arrears. Their pensions include houses in virtually all the capitals that they choose, a fleet of cars, and all of that. It does not make any sense. And then people who have served for 35 years, give them their pittance, is becoming an issue. It is a moral issue, it is a legal issue, and it is offensive and unacceptable.
All right. Thank you very much, comrade, from all the way from Abuja, giving us that. It's not acceptable. Now, if we have a situation where a head of department or the head of service or vice chancellor or rector in a university and polytechnic, can they withhold the salary or any wage award of any staff so serving?
No, they do not have the right to, except they can show reason for for that.
Okay. And if there's, if there's reason for it, what should be done with the money and how is it resolved?
No, if the money or the wage award is being withheld because because an individual concerned is in debt to the institution or whatever, if there is such a reason, it is understandable. But if there is no justifiable reason, no vice chancellor, no rector, no matter how powerful, have any right to withhold the salary or the wage award of any of their staff.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
In fact, their powers do not extend to that.
Okay. So finally, before I let you go, we have the president of the Nigerian Labour Congress here in Imo State here with us. We have, that is Comrade Uche Chigemezo. He's here in the studio with us. Unfortunately, we don't have time to allow him to have a chat with you. We can do that after the show. We also have Comrade
Greeting for me is our chairman.
Okay.
Greeting for me.
All
okay,
right.
He's my good friend. All right.
Okay. Say okay. He's his
All
good friend.
right. Yeah, my warm greetings to all of you. Take care and all the best.
Of course, we also have Chief Comrade Fidel Onyeneke here in the studio with us, and we are having that conversation.
Oh, really?
My very good friend. We were in Makurdi together. Benson, I salute you.
Oh, I'm delighted to know that, this powerful assemblage of patriots.
Yeah.
It's in the studio. My warm regards to all of you, my brothers.
Right. We also have the Nolge president and the vice chairperson of NLC, Comrade Okere with us, and Comrade Kanayo, who is Assistant State Secretary of the NLC. All with us here. We're having a full house.
Oh, beautiful.
All right.
It's a full house.
Yeah.
I hope something good will have to come out of your tonight.
So thank you very much, Comrade. We do hope. By the way, we are hearing that you people are asking for another increment in salary at the national level. What's with that story?
Yeah, it is very true. You recall in 2023 that one of the conditions or reasons why we accepted the 70,000 was that the cycle, the minimum wage cycle will now shift from 5 years to 3 years. And so we're here. So legitimately, a new minimum wage is due. But even before that, the economic conditions have since wiped out at the relevancy of 70,000. So the combined facts of our economic realities and the statutory conditions necessitate the beginning of negotiations for a new minimum wage.
Okay, great. Well, Imo people say I should tell Comrade Joe Ajero that they have not heard from him. Here in Imo State, this is home for him. I know he's everybody's father now in the NLC, but he's Imo State's son. So we need to hear from him one of these days. Can you give him that message for us?
I will pass on your message to Comrade President.
Yes.
And I will personally chaperone him to the airport.
Okay. Thank you very much. We need to hear him. Well, thank you for spending some time with us. Okay.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Okay. Well, our agreement was to not have him for like 10 minutes, so I needed to let him go back to his job. So let's come back to the gentleman in the studio. Let's take some messages before we continue. So many messages have come in this morning. And let's start with the ones on Facebook. Frank Wanda say, good morning, Sabari. Ahunwa John Easy says, it's DJ Easy from Califia, Kalambitolu local government. Say good morning, Barry, and the honorable men in the studio. I just want to appreciate you all and also commend your courage. Keep it up. Thanks and have a nice day ahead. DJ Easy sending that message. Anayo Ama says, good morning, Sabari. This topic is so interesting that it cannot be concluded today. Please do make our time again and bring these gentlemen again so that they can do justice to the issues at hand. My regards to Chief Dr. Fidel Onyeneke. He's hearing you, he's here, live and direct. We also have Chuku Innocent says, good morning, Barry. Unpaid gratuities in Imo State is fast becoming worrisome. Please let the governor and kindly fulfill his long-time promise to pay it. The pensioners and their families are suffering too much. It says is anonymous. Anyway, these are responses from your comment this morning. So on our WhatsApp, we have a comrade Ompadek Chidozen Wilson saying, texting from Umar Kano Haji, the most peaceful community in Must say, good morning. Okay, this one can never be for me. Let's move on. Okay. Where are these messages? Where are they hiding? This one says, good morning. Are you serious? Anyone will open. It's an old message. Okay, let's continue with the conversation. So let's continue the conversation. Very soon I'll open up the phone lines for everybody to call in and have their say on the show. All right. This very beautiful morning, one thing I want to find out from Nolge is the fact that we have local government allocations being sent to the state, why the Supreme Court has said this money should be sent to the local government directly. Is the local government receiving money directly from the federal government, or does it pass through the state government? And are they even getting the money? Because we hear some of them get 400 million now every month, and the local governments are still in shambles. Let me use that word. Roads terrible. They say they grade road, they no grade road, they pay, they no pay. I don't understand. So, Nolge Chairman, you just have to give us information on that.
At every point in time, this issue comes up. I don't mince words to blame the federal government.
Okay.
Yes, if you say you have gone to the Supreme Court, that's the apex court in the Federation, it has no appeal. And graciously, you got a judgment that funds should be sent directly to the local government. And now you're not sending the funds to the local government. Who do you blame? You blame the same federal government.
So what you're saying is the money is not coming to the local government?
The money still goes to the joint account, state-local government joint account.
Okay.
But the good thing, like in Imo State, is that when the money comes there, there's what they call first charge. That is the salaries and pensions.
Okay.
The government pays those things because in Imo State we have a central payrolling system.
Okay.
The salaries are automated for efficiency, and we do not have the right to stop that.
Okay.
But at the end of those payments, the governor of Imo State sends
the balance
to the local government.
So he's doing that?
He is doing that.
So you can confirm that, Secretary?
I am a treasurer of a local government. So I'm not just talking as a labor leader.
Okay.
I'm talking as a signatory to local government account.
So what you're saying is that the money comes directly to Imo State local government after with deductions of salary, which is automated.
Directly to Imo State local government. It goes to the joint account that was abolished by the Supreme Court.
Okay.
And the people responsible for emitting this fund is the same federal government who got judgment. So if we are a state governor and the Supreme Court says money should now be sent to the local government, and your Oga sends it to you, will you say, Oga will not take? They take it, make the payments, and move to the local government. But
somewhere
chairman,
in between the lines, something somewhere is happening.
Are all working with the state government, and that's what they say. What they call state, local governments, the joint project account. Like looking at the roads in Imo State. But let me give it to the state government. They are doing well in the area of infrastructure, but they are doing it in collaboration with the local government. They are not allowing local governments to take these funds and go and do the development by themselves. They are afraid that most of the local government chairmen might misuse the funds.
Whack the money.
They had a meeting with them and that agreed that when these funds are sent to you...
Is that not in contravention of the Supreme Court judgment?
Well, I think it's in contravention. But if the Supreme Court is there, the beneficiary of the judgment is there, and they feel it's okay, who am I to say is wrong?
You are not good president. That's why we're asking you.
Well, my major interest is for them to pay our workers and make sure that their allowances and every entitlement is given to the workers. This particular issue of not paying these few workers who are victims of that verification is the major thing that is worrying me. And I got the government to approve for that payment about 3 months ago. So my worry now is that they have not been paying. If not for this program, this morning I was to be at the local government.
So who's responsible for that delay in payment?
That's what we are going to trace this morning, because we have been told, please hold on, the governor is not available. He needed to minute something on it and this and that. But now we have exhausted our patience. We are about going for a meeting. Before we become restive, we must exhaust all peaceful avenues of negotiation.
And that's taking 3 months. That's serious.
Yes.
Secretary,
we're already impatient.
Secretary, you are a worker and a government official. So you did here.
Before now, people always say that the best approach to labor activism is doing Adam Soshimole's era. But unfortunately, as he's living in 2005, he brought a law for us that before you strike on any action, you must give 21 days notice.
Yes.
And if it expires, you give 14 days.
14 days.
After 14 days, you give 7 days.
That's nearly 3 months.
You can understand why he's taking this time.
Okay. You have exonerated yourself. No wahala.
So that's the procedure. And secondly, too.
Why are you confirming what he said concerning the local government funds and all that?
Is it not funny that an authority has made a clarification? Norgate chairman, added with the fact that he is a treasurer of a local government, and you are asking me who is not a member of AGON. I'm not even chairman of a local government.
Oh my God!
In fact, I'm so happy that the authority has explained this, and I totally have learned from his explanation.
Okay. All right, great people. Let's open up the phone lines.
It's so political.
Don't mind. No. When I tell you, he has jumped to the other side. It's
not the Shimone.
Let's get some calls this morning. Good morning. Who's our first caller today?
Barry, good morning this morning. Good morning, sir.
Welcome aboard.
Chief Dr. Fidel, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
The Noge Secretary, whoever. I didn't expect much to hear from you. You must defend the governor now. If not, you'll be suspended. You are telling me that you are telling me that you are telling the whole world now that you are receiving the money. Are you not contradicting yourself?
No, hold on. Let's get some clarification. He said the money comes to the local government, state government joint account.
I said,
hold on now.
To hear from him now.
Hold on. I don't need us to misconstrue what he's saying.
Okay, I'm listening now.
He said that the money comes to the state and local government joint account, and they have an automated payment system for salaries. So that money goes out for salaries, and the remaining balance is shifted to the local government. I hope that's what he said. Somebody should misquote him.
That's no problem. I quite agree. No, whether this or that, I quite agreed. Then coming to Comrade Chigemezu, the Labour chairman, some time ago, I asked you that some staffs have been owed in Igbo State University here. They're being tagged as a ghost worker. You said that you're going to intervene, you're going to verify this and that. Up till now, you are not telling us that, please, let us tell ourselves the truth. Some people are dying. Some staffs are dying here, non-academic staff. They are dying. Since the assumption of this administration, they have not been paid. Yeah, we are going to investigate. Are you going to investigate until this tenure expired? Please help us and help people to survive. Chief Barry, good morning, sir.
Right, thank you. You didn't tell us your name. What's your name?
So what else are you looking for? We have all the shows and programs to keep you entertained and informed as you navigate your day. Keep your radio dial locked on Echo FM 100.7. Don't touch your radio dial.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go. Echo FM.
Don't touch that dial.
We are the fresh news people. Echo FM 100.7.
Office. That's how we take it off from. There's no way you stay in your comfort zone and you are complaining that you have not been receiving your pension and gratuity. And I don't know. That's not why we react to it. Most of them who have come to the NLC Secretariat and make a formal report, this issue has been forwarded to the Office of the Accountant General.